Man, a buddy of mine the other day, and he lives close. My dad's known him for a long, long time. And he's like, I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. We've had our issues in the past only because we had one of my friends hooked up with him, and she drove the motherfucker crazy. I mean, he just really enjoys trying to make somebody look like they're going crazy, and then wants to call them out of that, in front of people. And not only was that the case, like I seen the bitch, you know, boasting many times on something that I watched her, you know, damn sure shovel the coal into that area of his psychology. So fuck that. And then want to say some shit, You run into this a lot with people in this world today. You know, I hate to say it, the biggest fucking. There's not been a bigger fucking area of problems and distortion and ready made. Just, go with it. Give away the whole fucking game. So willing to partake in gang stalking. When I say gang stalking, I'm saying these people have signed on to align themselves with the force that would tie your ass to some hospital bill, some defaulted money thing from way back when. Because I find it wrote down on this type of shit, That's exactly what is behind it, They can't really be your friend because they're working on getting fucking Citibank their gouged fucking amount of money. And I don't know at what point in time the choice gets made where they become subject to that. But that's really what your basic perk gang stalker is. So they're not going to be available to, you might share with them some real ass shit. They're not going to be available to be able to receive it though. It's going to be very hard for you to express that, show them that truth, And a lot of times when you find that, you just can't help somebody, or you just can't, they may fake it like this is always this way, I call bullshit on that. People that are negative like that, and it's just this thing wants me to be broke. No, the universe does not want you to be broken. You know what I mean? That is a 50-50. You done made a contract with your mouth and the random universe, because you're not instilling any type of fucking moral umph by doing that. You know what I mean? Don't you think the negative things have enough fucking shit on their side? Gravity will pull you all the way down and you'll die. So it's like these people are going to work to help things that are already destructive on their own, on a premise of like it's not hard enough to live. It upsets me. Number one, why? I'll tell you number one why. It's because how people will just pick anybody, and that'll be, so they don't have to be alone. They will be with fucking anybody, and they do basically the same shit. They go through the same shit with a whole new person, entangling themselves further. But if you actually try to be genuine, even with yourself, and you try to start like working shit out, and it would be nice to have help in this world, Not that it's about that, but to have a partner and to look at shit in the world, man, that's a blessing. You know what I mean? So you want to be able to like qualify somebody for that role. So you have to be friends with people and shit like that. I don't know, man. What people are so willing to fucking do and accept appalls me. It really does, because it's like I mean, the factors that are involved in this one person, and I'm like, I figured I'd, flirt with you and see if you wanted to go out during this brief period of time that you are single, only because it was a back to back to back to back. Now, and the person is helping me because of the doing it process, I wanted to have somebody come over and have this movie night with me, and I couldn't get it to happen for nothing. You know what I mean? Because when you acquire that small freedom that you can give away, and you don't want nothing like that, and it is in one of those major areas like sex that can be really used to control, take over, allure by either men or women, it doesn't matter. But something like that, I don't think it's allowed. I think there's something in the game. They're like, you can't be with that guy. He can't. I feel like there's a standing order of that, and I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? If I'm doing it and what I'm trying to do in that time is to make that the case, because I want to threaten that fucking overshadowing spirit that much to where it should not allow me to get any sort of, you would just like to have simple things. You can't ask for them though. You don't. You know what I mean? Prime example. At one point in time, when I had somebody that I really, really loved, and I knew that they were a prostitute, and they did take some stuff from me. It wasn't even about as much the prostituting as it was like, hey, I'll give you some money. I need to spend this time with somebody just close. And like, the person not only doesn't and wouldn't and does anybody in that type of way, and I should probably, think of them nasty. And I don't. I never did. I genuinely wanted to have that time. I needed it for what I was going through, just laying there and watching, you know what I mean? And there's something that doesn't let that happen. And it doesn't matter what you think about it, because you're battling spiritual shit. So they're always gonna have to make you fucking be like, would you just go crazy and die already? Or kill yourself? And that would be the best thing in the world to happen for that thing. So there you go. That's really what it feels like.